What's up, y'all? This is DJ Kenny Parker, DJ and producer for Boogie Down Productions / KRS-One, and today I'm back with another story. Now, today's video I'm calling 8 Things You Might Not Know About Boogie Down Productions, Part 1. A couple of things I'm going to talk about are things that people ask me about in the comments section. If you have any comments or any questions, please put them in the comments section below. I'll read it and I'll try to get to everybody's questions if I can. Also, a few things that I'm going to mention might be floating around the internet, but everybody might not have seen it, so I'm going to compile it all here. Okay, these are the things that I find most interesting. Let's go. Before we get started, let me answer one of the most pressing questions and comments that I have in almost every comment section of every video that I've ever shot. KRS-One and I are brothers. Some people ask, why do you guys sound alike? Why do you guys look alike? KRS-One and I have the same mother and the same father. It may seem obvious to many of you, but to a lot of people that watch these videos, they are totally confused. So for the record, my name is Kenny Parker. My older brother is Chris Parker, aka KRS-One. Fact number 1. Did you guys know that before KRS-One and Boogie Down Productions released music, KRS-One was working with some other MCs? One of them being the legendary MC from New York, Cutmaster DC, who made the classic New York City anthem, Brooklyn's in the house. Did you guys know that KRS-One helped Cutmaster DC write Brooklyn's in the house? That means the same guy who created the South Bronx anthem, South Bronx, the South Bronx, also helped create the first Brooklyn anthem. That's crazy. Fact number 2, when Boogie Down Productions was first getting started, they worked very closely with another legendary group from the Bronx called the Ultramagnetic MCs. In fact, these guys worked so closely together that I've heard KRS-One say that Boogie Down Productions and the Ultramagnetic MCs were practically one crew. How crazy would it have been if KRS-One was on the Critical Beatdown album or Kool Keith was on the Criminal Minded album? It could have happened. We'll never know. But what we do know is that Scott LaRock of Boogie Down Productions and Ced Gee of Ultramagnetic worked together as producers to create the sound that would become the Criminal Minded album. We can only imagine what it would have sounded like if they had done more collaborations between the groups. Fact number 3. Most people are very aware of the Boogie Down Productions song, South Bronx, that started the whole bridge wars with MC Shan and the Juice Group. But what people might not know is the song South Bronx was actually not Boogie Down Productions' first song. Officially, Boogie Down Productions' first song was called Say No Brother. It was a song about the dangers of using crack cocaine. Crack, stay back, crack, stay back, stay back. KRS-One told me that the deal they had with B-Boy Records, the record label that they were signed to at the time, was that in order to do their song, The South Bronx, first, they had to do a song that B-Boy Records wanted them to do called Say No Brother. So they did that song to get that out the way, and then they can do what they really wanted to do, which was the South Bronx. So technically, South Bronx was not the first BDP song. Say No Brother was the first BDP song. Fact number 4. Speaking of B-Boy Records, the record label that put out the Criminal Minded album, did you guys know that it was KRS-One who drew the B-Boy Records logo that you see on all the early BDP records and all the records that B-Boy Records put out. Fact number 5. Did you guys know that KRS-One and the iconic rapper Big Daddy Kane are very good friends? In fact, their relationship goes back to the early days of both of their careers. Did you guys know that when the Bridge Wars were at its peak, when KRS-One and MC Shan were going at each other and The Bridge Is Over was playing everywhere and BDP was in the studio recording the Criminal Minded album, that Big Daddy Kane, the same person who would later become the biggest star in the Juice Crew and would write the response for Roxanne Shante to the song The Bridge Is Over, was actually in the studio for multiple sessions when BDP was recording the Criminal Minded album. In fact, I was told that Big Daddy Kane is actually on the chorus of the song Dope Beat on the Criminal Minded album.
You got a dope beat. Dope beat. We got a dope beat.
To me, that's mind-blowing. Fact number 6, staying on the Criminal Minded album theme, did you guys know that it was BDP member Miss Melody who sang the chorus to the song Super Ho? It goes like this. Rest in peace, Miss Melody. Fact number 7. Did you guys know that the legendary rapper, KRS-One friend and longtime collaborator, Just Ice, actually met KRS-One in the shelter? Everybody knows the story that KRS-One was in the shelter in the Bronx and he met DJ Scott LaRock, who was a counselor there. But most people don't know that also in that same shelter was Just Ice, and they all became friends. Crazy. KRS and Just Ice went on to make 2 albums, including the legendary song and video Going Way Back, one of my favorites. And Just Ice was also featured on Self-Destruction. Shout out to my man Just Ice. Love you, dude. Fact number 8, and one of my favorites. In the beginning of the Boogie Down Production video, You Must Learn, there's a little scene where KRS-One is teaching in the classroom and then security comes and drags him out of the classroom and throws him out into the street. What you guys don't know is that the guys who were hired to play the security to drag KRS-One out of the classroom actually got a little too rough with KRS-One and literally threw him out the door. What you see in the video is KRS-One actually falling for real, and they kept that first take. Look at KRS-One's facial expression as he hit the ground. This is the real KRS-One facial expression to being thrown to the ground. Hilarious. And I'm gonna add this also as a BDP epic fail. Check it out, y'all. Hilarious. Oh, man. Finally, let me give y'all guys one last little bonus nugget. Back in 1989, KRS-One briefly lived in the Flatbush section of Brooklyn. A young kid and aspiring rapper found out where KRS-One lived and used to come by his house all the time and ring the bell, ring the bell, ring the bell, trying to give KRS-One his demo tape. Eventually, KRS-One did answer the door, and this young MC gave KRS-One his demo tape. Unfortunately, for whatever reason I don't know, KRS-One and this young MC never got to collaborate. But this MC ended up blowing up on his own, and on that demo tape was one of the hottest songs of 1989. The MC's name was Special Ed, and the song was called I Got It Made. I've always wondered, what if KRS-One took that tape and actually done something with it? You never know. Special Ed could have been a member of BDP. Wonder how that would have sounded. Might have been kind of ill. Who knows? Anyway, y'all, this is part 1 of facts you guys might not know about BDP. Stay tuned for part 2. And if you enjoyed the video, please give me a like and a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.